Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Saturday, January 20th, 2023. How is everyone doing this morning? And to start things off, watched the new episode of Young Rock this morning on Peacock. That's when I have started watching it, since it's on the same time as SmackDown now. And speaking of SmackDown, did a recap of last night's SmackDown, which was here in Detroit last night. So you can check that out, 360 Wrestling Fanatic, right here on this feed. But now at this time, I'm going to talk about, kind of like I did yesterday, another episode of Raw that I've seen live since Raw 30 is coming up this Monday night. And this episode of Raw, which I attended live, also with Tony, who, if you've been listening to 360 Wrestling Fanatic for a while, you know was a co-host at one time, December 15th, 2014, at Joe Louis Arena. And we are now in the 3-hour era of Raw. This was my first time seeing a 3-hour episode of Raw live, which was, I believe, featuring a fallout from TLC from the night before, which actually I want to say may have been the 1 year when they actually made it TLCS and added chairs to it, or not chairs, stairs, I should say. Tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. Kind of changing up TLC a little bit, which, no surprise, that was the only year they did that. Didn't really get over that well. And before Raw, there was a taping of Superstars, which was still on at the time. And we have the return of Chris Jericho to Raw here. And we start things off, though, Big Show. No, actually, I take that back. We start things off with the highlight reel, I think, opened the show. Live at Little Caesars Arena. And also Brock Lesnar on the show, attacking Chris Jericho. And now to get to the matches. Big Show and Luke Harper defeated Dolph Ziggler and Eric Rowan. That was at the time when the Wyatt family were split up. Alicia Fox and Natalya in tag team action defeated the Bella Twins. And the New Day defeated Goldust and Stardust. And we have Kane defeating Adam Rose. And I'm just reading here a little bit on this website. Just at the quick match results. And I forgot they did book a match between Chris Jericho and Paul Heyman in a street fight. And then, of course, that was interrupted by Brock Lesnar attacking Chris Jericho. And Jimmy Uso defeated The Miz. And that was the time when Miz had Damien Mizdow with him doing the stunt double thing, which was, at the time, I thought very entertaining. Damien Sandow, now Aaron Stevens in NWA, was, if you just think about that gimmick, I'm not sure about how many people could have actually made that work, but Damien Sandow actually made that work and made it good somehow. And Seth Rollins with Jamie Noble and Mercury. What was their J&J Security. That's what they were called at the time, with the whole Authority storyline. And he faced John Cena in a cage match. For the main event, and Brock Lesnar interferes, attacking John Cena. Seth Rollins able to pick up the win by escaping the cage. Leaving Brock Lesnar, leaving John Cena laying. And that is how Raw ends. And the post-show stuff, there was no actual match or anything, but I remember Bray Wyatt made his way to the ring, kind of circled John Cena, kind of looking like he might attack him or do something, but then Dean Ambrose came out with a kendo stick, chased him around a little bit, hit him a few times, and then Bray exited and Dean Ambrose celebrated in the ring to send the crowd home happy, and to have at least the live show anyway end with a baby face on top. So that was Raw from December 15th in 2014, which kind of like the one I talked about yesterday, even though I wouldn't say it was as bad as the one in 2002. I would say not that one was bad, but this one was a little bit of a better show than that one. But being there live, had a good time, enjoyed the show, and always good to see a cage match live. I remember when me and Tony got to the arena and heard people start talking right away, the ones that had been in there already, saying, oh, there's a cage above the ring, blah, blah, blah. And that was back at Joe Louis Arena, and always was good going to see WWE there. And the Cena Rollins cage match for a TV match was pretty good. And like I said, kind of surprised they didn't have a match after Raw went off the air. They just had Ambrose come in and hit Wyatt with the kendo stick a little bit, and that was it. But still, overall, it was a fun experience anyway. And this Monday, Raw 30, I'm sure everybody knows that by now, I might do another one of these episodes of GMWF where I talk about another Raw I've been to. I want to say the most recent Raw I've been to was in 2018, I believe, if I'm correct. I believe, which was, I want to say it was actually recorded on either a Friday or a Saturday because it was around either Christmas time or New Year's. So they recorded it on the weekend because I think that year the holidays were on like a Monday or a Tuesday. So they recorded them on the weekend. And I do remember, I'll have to think about it later, but one match I do remember right off the bat is Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins in a cage match, because it actually, or no, it wasn't Seth Rollins. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, maybe, they started off the show in a cage match. And then I mixed these two matches up a little bit for after when Raw went off the air, the post-show dark match was Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in a cage match, which was pretty good. But if I decide to do that episode, I'll talk about it more. So just a reminder again, tonight, if you're in the Taylor, Michigan area, Metro Pro Wrestling presents New Year Knockout at Kudos here in Taylor on Eureka. I believe it's across from Target. If you're, like I said, if you're in the area around here in Taylor, you should know where it is. Should be a great show from Metro Pro Wrestling, so check that out. For more information, check out their Instagram, Metro Pro Wrestling, and Facebook, I think they're on. Check out Metro Pro Wrestling to find out more info. I think the tickets are only $15. That's one thing that I would like to do here on the podcast. Start talking more of the local Michigan indie wrestling. And also, early tomorrow, I should say, we have the final goodbye, or the final bye-bye for the Great Muta. I know here in the United States, Eastern Time is going to be 1 a.m. I think I'm just going to wait till tomorrow morning to watch it. And then I'll probably do a recap right here on 360 Wrestling Fanatic, so stay tuned. And thank you for tuning in to this episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Hope everyone has a great Saturday today. Keep watching pro wrestling.